When graphing a line in point-slope form, we need to identify the two main pieces of information, the point and the slope. Now remember, when you're talking about a point, you should write it like it's a point. That means you use a set of parentheses with a comma in between. Then, the x-coordinate of that point is going to come from the x factor. Where it says x plus 1, that means our x-coordinate is going to be the opposite of 1. For the y-coordinate, we look to y plus 2. Since it says y plus 2, the y-coordinate is going to be the opposite of 2. The only other number left in the equation is the 1/2. That's going to be our slope. Now we can use these two pieces of information to come up with a good graph. First of all, we'll plot the point at -1, -2. Then we'll use a slope to find our next point. Since our slope is positive 1/2, that means we're going to rise 1 and run 2. There's our next point. Once we have 2 points, connect the dots and you'll have your line. When you're finished drawing your line, you should put arrows on the end to signify that this line continues infinitely in both directions. The secondary question for problem 6 asks, what's the slope? Well, we already found that as being 1/2. In problem 7, we have to graph a line that's written in standard form and then identify the slope. When it's written in standard form, the best way to go about it is to look for the two intercepts. If we let x equal 0, we can find the y-intercept. Then, if we let y equal 0, we can find the x-intercept. So, let x equal 0. 2 times 0 plus 2y equals 4. Well, this term will drop out, and if 2y equals 4, y equals 2. That means our y-intercept is at 2. Similarly, for y, we'll substitute 0. This term will drop out. If 2x equals 4, then x also equals 2. That means the x-intercept is at 2. Now most of the time, these two intercepts are not going to be the same number. However, in this case they are, and we can plot them on our graph. First, plot the point 0, 2 by going up 2 and placing a dot. Then, for 2, 0, go 2 units to the right and place a dot. Then connect their two dots, and there's our line. We can identify the slope just by counting rise over run. Now when we rise, going from the blue point to the red point, we're going to go down 2 units. So that's a rise of -2. Then we're going to run positive 2 units. Then simplify our fraction. And we'll see that our slope is going to be -1.